Hello students, welcome to EPG Parshala. I am Dr. Savita from Maharaja Agrasen University, Baddi, Himachal Pradesh. Today we are going to talk on module Monopoly under the paper Managerial Economics. After completing this module, the students will be able to understand the meaning and features of monopoly, understand the reasons of its emergence, learn equilibrium or price and output determination under monopoly, knowledge about monopoly power, know about price discrimination and equilibrium under it, and understand dumping. Earlier, it was observed that there was no monopoly market. It was just exceptional case, but nowadays we can see many examples in real world of this market. There are two extreme cases of market. One is perfect competition, where there are large number of sellers selling homogeneous products, and the other extreme end is pure monopoly, when there is only single seller, for example Indian Railway. Monopoly is a market having single seller of a product which has no close substitutes. Literally, monopoly implies mono means one and poly means seller. Thus, monopoly means one seller or one producer exists in a market. There are three main important points regarding monopoly. One is there must be single seller of a product. The single producer can be in the form of individual owner, a single partnership, or a joint stock company. No substitutes of the product in the market. There must be strong barrier to entry of new firms into the market. According to Kotswenes, monopoly is a market situation in which there is a single seller, there are no close substitutes for commodity it produces, and there are barriers to entry. According to Lerner, monopoly as any seller who is confronted with the falling demand curve for his product. Assumptions or features of monopoly. The following are the main features or assumptions of monopoly market. Single seller and large number of buyers. This is the main feature of monopoly, that there must be single seller of the product and there are strong barriers to entry for new firms, and there is an existence of large number of buyers. No close substitutes. There must be no close substitutes of the product in the market, otherwise monopoly will break. Barriers to entry. There must be barrier to entry for the new firms into the market. It can be through license, limit pricing policy, economies of production, etc. Price maker. A monopoly is the whole seller of the product with no close substitutes. So it is industry itself. It is price maker as well as price taker also. Price discrimination. When a monopolist charges different prices from the different product from different buyers, it is case of price discrimination. In monopoly, sellers can practice price discrimination as he is single producer of the product. Reasons of emergence of monopoly power. There are many causes due to which monopoly generates. Patent rights for a product or for a process of production of the product, exclusive ownership of raw material and exclusive knowledge of production technique. Sometimes government provide GNET for franchise to a firm. Monopoly may be generated due to scale of production which give economies of scale. Monopoly can be generated through limit pricing policy. As it is given in the table, there is total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue. There are 5 columns: number of units sold, price per unit in rupees, total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue, which shows as the number of units sold increases, price per unit decreases, total revenue increases, average revenue is decreases and marginal revenue is also decreases. To study the price and output determination under monopoly, it is important to know the nature of demand curve under it. Under perfect competition, demand curve for a firm is horizontal. All we know that, while for industry it is a downward sloping. In monopoly, a firm itself is industry, so its demand curve is downward sloping, implying if a monopolistic wants to increase the sale of its product, it must lower the price or vice versa. So, demand and average revenue curves are downward. When average revenue curve is downward, marginal revenue curve is also downward in the monopoly. It is shown in the following table and figure also. In this table, we can see that there are total revenue curve, average revenue curve and marginal revenue curves are given. In this diagram, AR is average revenue curve and MR is marginal revenue curve, implying if a monopolistic wants to sell more quantity, it has to lower down its price of the product and he can sell less at higher prices. AR and MR are less elastic in monopoly because there are no close substitutes of the product. Cost curves. Cost curves under monopoly also follow the shape of traditional theory of cost. Average cost, average variable cost, marginal costs are U-shaped and average fixed cost is rectangular hyperbola. Price and output determination under monopoly can be studied through two approaches, such as total revenue and total cost approach and marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. Total revenue and total cost approach, a firm will produce that level of output which provides it maximum profit, or if it working under losses, it will produce up to that level of output where losses are minimum. Maximum profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. Minimum losses is equal to total cost minus total revenue. Minimum and firm covers average variable cost. In the diagram, TR is total revenue curve and TC is total cost curve. OP is profit curve. Initially, TC is greater than TR, so firm has losses, and at the point B. TR is equal to TC. This is break-even point when firm has no profit and no loss. Firm will increase its production up to the Q1 quantity, as here difference between TR and TC is maximum and profits are maximum, that is P1 Q1. If firm increases its output more than Q1, profit will start falling, and again at point C, TR and TC are equal. So firm's equilibrium will be at OQ1 level of output. Marginal revenue and marginal cost. Under monopoly, AR is downward sloping, indicating a firm can sell more by reducing output, and MR is below it. Monopolist will produce up to the point marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost, that is MR is equal to MC, and marginal cost curve cut marginal revenue curve from below. MC cuts MR from its below. There are two conditions of equilibrium of monopolist. In figure 3, conditions of equilibrium is shown. Both conditions are fulfilled at point E, so a monopolist will produce up to OQ level of output and charge OP prices. Before it, MC is greater than MR, so monopolist will increase its production. After OQ level of output, MR less than MC, so firm will reduce its output. Equilibrium can be explained in short run and long run. Short run equilibrium under monopoly, it is of three types. One is supernormal profit. It is a condition where AR is greater than AC. Second one is normal profit. It is a condition when AR is equal to AC, and in case of minimum losses, AR is greater than AR or ABC is greater than AR. Short run equilibrium of firm. Short run is the time period in which there are fixed and variable factors of production. Monopoly can increase its output by increasing variable factors only up to existing production capacity. In short, a monopoly can face three situations depending upon cost conditions. That is supernormal profit, normal profit and minimum losses. Supernormal profit. Monopolist will get supernormal profit when at the equilibrium output, average revenue is greater than average cost. In other words, prices are higher than per unit cost. Figure 4 shows that supernormal profit. Conditions of equilibrium is that MC equal to MR and MC cuts MR from its below. In this figure, it is fulfilled at point E. Monopolist will produce OQ level of output, OP price will be charged. At this price, the average cost is BQ is equal to OP1. Here, monopolist is getting supernormal profit as average cost is less than average revenue, that is AB. Total revenue is equal to OP into OQ is equal to OPAQ. Total cost is equal to OP1 into OQ, that is OP1BQ. Supernormal profit is equal to PPIBA. Normal profit. Monopolist can get normal profit also. It is a situation when average revenue is equal to average cost at the equilibrium level of output. That is, AR is equal to AC. Figure 5 shows normal profits. Equilibrium is at point E. Monopolist will produce OQ level of output and charge OP price. At this level of output, average revenue is equal to average cost. That is, AQ is equal to OP. Total revenue is equal to total cost is equal to OP into OQ is equal to OPAQ. Monopolist is getting normal profit here. Minimum losses. Monopolists can incur minimum losses. It is the situation when average cost is greater than average revenue, but the firm covers its average variable cost. Here, AC greater than AR, ABC greater than AR. Figure 6 shows minimum losses. Equilibrium is at point E. OQ level of output will be produced and OP price will be charged. At this level of price and output, average revenue is OP is equal to QB and average cost is QA is equal to OP1. Per unit loss is AB. Total revenue is equal to OP into OQ is equal to OPBQ. Total cost is equal to OP1 into OQ is equal to OP1AQ. Total loss is equal to PP1AB. These losses are minimum because monopolist is covering average variable cost, that is QC. Long run equilibrium. Long run is the time period when all the factor of productions are variable. Monopolist can change the size of the plant and machinery. Monopolist will produce that level of output at which long run marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue curve. Monopolist will earn supernormal profit in long run because he is the single seller of the product. There is barrier to entry. It will not produce up to optimum capacity. It will also not bear losses in the long run as it will shut down its business. AR is greater than LEC. As it is shown in the figure, long run equilibrium of monopolist, he is at equilibrium at point E. OQ is equilibrium output. Here MR is equal to LMC and OP price will be charged. Here monopolist is getting supernormal profit equal to PP1 AB as average revenue is greater than long run average cost. Long run equilibrium and laws of cost. In the long run, monopolist decides whether he will charge high or low price. It will depend upon the elasticity of demand and law of cost of production. There are 3 laws of cost in the long run. Diminishing cost. It is the case when the increasing output, additional cost of production goes down. In this situation, monopolists should increase the sale by charging lower prices. As it is shown in the figure 8, LAC and LMC are downward sloping, indicating diminishing cost. Condition of equilibrium is that LMC equal to MR is fulfilled at point E. Monopolist will produce OQ level of output. OP price will be charged. At this price, average cost is BQ is equal to OP1. Here, monopoly is earning supernormal profit as long average cost is less than average revenue, that is AB. Total revenue is equal to OP into OQ is equal to OPAQ. Long run total cost is equal to OP1 into OQ is equal to OP1BQ, and the supernormal profit is equal to PP1BA. Constant cost. It is the case when by expanding production, additional costs remain constant. In this figure, LAC and LMC are horizontal to x-axis, indicating constant cost conditions of production. LMC equal to MR at point E. Monopolist will produce OQ level of output. OP price will be charged. At this price, average cost is BQ is equal to OP1. Here, monopolist is earning supernormal profit as long average cost is less than average revenue, that is AB. Total revenue is equal to OP into OQ is equal to OPAQ. Long run total cost is equal to OP1 into OQ is equal to OP1BQ. Supernormal profit is equal to PP1BA. Increasing cost. It is the case when for expanding output, additional cost of production increases. In this condition, monopolist should produce less and charge high prices. In figure 10, LAC and LMC are increasing, indicating increasing cost of production. LMC equal to MR at point E. Monopolist will produce OQ level of output. OP price will be charged. At this price, average cost is BQ is equal to OP1. Here, monopoly is earning supernormal profit as long average cost is less than average revenue, that is AB. Total revenue is equal to, in these cases, OP into OQ is equal to OPAQ. Long run total cost is equal to OP1 into OQ is equal to OP1BQ, and the supernormal profit is equal to PP1BA. Price and output determination under monopoly for multi-plant firm. If a monopolist produces a same product in two different plants, he will decide what should be the price of the product and what should be the optimum level of output at each plant. Here, we assume that monopolists know its market demand and cost. It is also assumed that monopolist has two plants A and B. So its cost will be MC is equal to MCA plus MCP. Monopolist will produce up to where MC1 is equal to MC2 is equal to MR. As it is shown in the figure 11, the equilibrium of a monopolist when he is producing two different plants. MC is his combined marginal cost. His equilibrium is at point E. He will produce OQ level of output and will charge P price. In plant A, he will produce OQ level of output and earn PA P1B supernormal profit. In plant B, he will produce OQB level of output and earn P2 P3 DC supernormal profit. Monopoly power. Due to single seller, a monopolist can enjoy its monopoly power. A monopolist's power to influence the price and output by monopolist is known as monopoly power. The two main methods to measure monopoly power are Lerner's measure. Lerner's considers that larger the difference between price and marginal cost, higher will be the monopoly power. It can be measured from the following formula. Monopoly power is equal to P minus MC divided by P. Bain's measure. He considered that higher the differences between price and average cost, higher will be the monopoly power. In other words, higher the supernormal profit, higher will be the monopoly power. Monopoly power is equal to AR minus AC. Price discrimination. Price discrimination is a feature of monopoly market. It refers to a situation when a monopolist sells its same product at different prices to different buyers. For this, seller can do slight product differentiation. It is practiced by seller when it is possible and profitable. Type of price discrimination. It is of three types. Local, charges different prices from different people of different localities. Personal, charges different prices from different persons. According to use, charges different prices according to different uses of the product for person. Degrees of price discrimination. There are 3 degrees of price discrimination. First, monopolist charges that price which a consumer is willing to pay, so there is a loss of consumer surplus. Second, monopolist divides consumers into different groups and from these groups charges which is lowest willing to pay, so some consumers get consumer surplus. Thirdly, monopolist divides its market into 2 sub-markets and charges different prices. When price discrimination is possible. Legal sanction. Price discrimination can be legally sanctioned. We can see the example of railway. There are different prices for sleeper, AC and general coaches in same train. Monopoly. There should be monopoly of a product or production technique to differentiate price. Submarkets. Monopolists should divide its market into two or more sub-market for price differentiation. It is not possible to charge different prices at the same market. It will break the trust of the consumers. Non-transferable. The difference between two markets should be so large that no consumer can shift to the other market. Different groups of customer. Monopolist charges different price from different customers after studying their demand pattern. So, if consumers are different, then price differentiation is possible. Minimum cost. The cost of subdividing the market should be minimum. Otherwise, it is wasteful for monopolists to divide the market into two sub-markets. Commodity on order. If commodity is produced on order, then it is possible to charge different prices. When price differentiation is profitable. Price differentiation is profitable only when the elasticity of demand in different markets is different. Monopolists charge low price in that market where demand is more elastic and charges high prices where elasticity of demand is less elastic. Price and output determination under discriminating monopoly. Monopolistic indulges in price discrimination with the objective of maximizing profit. There are two conditions for equilibrium. One is he must earn same marginal revenue in both the markets. And secondly, marginal revenue in both the market should be equal to marginal cost. It means MR1 is equal to MR2 is equal to MC. In the figure 12, equilibrium under discriminating monopoly has been shown. MR and MC cut at point E. Monopolistic will produce OQ level of output. In market A, equilibrium is at point E1 and he will sell OQA level of output and charges OP1 price. In market B, equilibrium is at point E2, he will sell OQB output on OP2 price. In market A, demand is less elastic than B market, so monopolist charges high prices in A market and low price in B market. Dumping. Dumping is also known as international price discrimination. Monopolist faces two types of market, one in which he is a single seller, that is called domestic market, and second, competition in international market. He will charge a high price at home market and low price in international market. Figure 13 shows the price determination under dumping. It is assumed there are two markets, domestic market and foreign market. ARD and MRD are average and marginal revenue of monopolistic in home or domestic market. And ARF and MRF are average and marginal revenues of monopolists in foreign market as it faces competition there. Here DEF is combined marginal revenue curve. MC cuts it at point B, so it will charge P1 price in foreign market and OP P price at domestic market. So students, let's now summarize what we have learned in this module. Monopoly is a market in which there are only one producer of the product which has no close substitution. There is no difference between firm and industry under monopoly. The monopolistic, while determining price and output, can either fix the price or let the output are determined in the market, or he may have the second option that he fixes the output and price will determine the market. Generally, he is a price maker. Price discrimination is the main feature of monopoly. Thank you.